Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. Well, we disrupted all the routines, at least the birdie routines. If you saw our last video, you know we made some big changes to accommodate for our growing guineas. If you're new here, this is my beautiful wife, Shannon. I'm Kyle, that's K and S, in the wrong order.
It's okay.
But you can put that together. These are our 20 acres. This is our homestead. We left the city trying to learn a new, simpler lifestyle. And it is simpler, but a whole new subset of challenges, which I guess kind of makes it complex.
It kind of negates the simple.
But it's way more rewarding,
Yeah,
and we enjoy it. And we have some guineas. I don't know if you can hear them. I hope they're not as loud for you as they are for us. This is the time of day we start to get back to where they're gonna sleep. These are our 5 adults right there. And if you guys are good at math and you know you've been following us very closely, there is our 8 mediums, as I call them.
The crazy 8.
The crazy 8 is their new nickname. And here are the crazy 17. That's right, 17.
It was 18, by the way.
Well, yeah, they're
Just
supposed
want
to
to
know
throw that out there.
Yeah, no, if they're new here, they didn't get to know that.
I was just letting them know.
Okay, that's right. So we have now lost 1 of the 9 times 2, it's 18, and 1 of the new 9. Now they're the crazy 8. I don't like the number 17. It's not my favorite. I think it's actually Chad's favorite number. Chad, my big brother over at Doss Farms. But anyway, we've only got 17 of these little critters right now. And I'm going to tell you about that here in a little bit, but Shannon just got home and I just kind of wanted to share with you and with you the new routine, the order of operations as we call it.
I love it.
We the math nerds. You don't remember that?
I'm not a math nerd, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't even have anything to say to that, really.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
I remember the please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, but I don't know what it means.
Comment below if you guys know that phrase and what that means. I still use it to this day. Hey, birds. So, starting off the routine, we've got to take care of Bruno, we've got to take care of the birds, we've got to take care of the goats. We're doing it all tonight, but in the proper order. Okay, golf shaft time. These are the best sticks ever. They are probably...
Some people call these cattle prods, you know.
The cattle prods are hot.
Not all of them.
Well, good ones are. Okay, cattle prod. Yeah, go poke a bull with a golf shaft with a nice soft rubber thing on the end of it. I don't know. I've never done it myself. Maybe. Who are you?
Those are the mediums.
So they're getting so big. This is Bob. That's Bob right there. And there's Broken Bob right back there, who's getting a lot better. But these are our 2 biggest guineas. And then Gray, also a male. Those are our 3 adult male guineas. So they're kind of my size gauge, and based on the book, they're going to be about 2.86 pounds.
That's it?
Close
I mean,
to
they
3.
just look like they could weigh more than that.
It's just what the book said.
Oh, okay.
I do believe they can be 3 to 3 1/4, and I have personal experience from feeling how heavy a couple of guineas were, that they are a little bit heavier than I expected, somewhat. The problem is everybody thinks it's worm time because the wormies, you guys still, a lot of you provide these wormies. We are so grateful, and we do use them to train, and they're a good protein source for everybody, and they just love them. But they live in this bucket, and anytime me and Shannon come out,
especially me, because I really like to give them a lot of worms. They see me and they come running.
That's true. But this is also the perfect time of day. The crazy 8 are not as good at grazing. Like, you know, I'll find the 5 adults up in the field chasing grasshoppers. I came home from running errands earlier and they're up in the front yard by the road chasing grasshoppers and whatever else. The crazy 8 aren't quite there yet. So they go back in a little bit earlier than I would if they were just their own bird herd, so that they can eat their food before they go to bed. The problem is, the adults think we're getting worms, so they're gonna make this kind of challenging. All right, birds. I need my mediums. Where's my mediums at? Bob, Gray, you guys keep it together now. Their heads are starting to turn more white.
I noticed that.
And so when I first look out, I have to really look and see, like, okay, is that the mediums or are those the adults? Are all 8 right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Come on, guys, the door's open. Oh, Bob, you're ruining the whole thing, man. Okay. Do you guys need worms? I don't think the Crazy 8 will try to fight these guys for worms, so I'll see if I can throw some worms over there, get them busy, and then get the 8 back in, because they're just wanting their regular crumble feed. And of course, they'll get wormies too.
You have to give them wormies.
I will, but don't tell them that until they're in the run. It's
okay.
all in the training. Adults, that's you guys. Great, they're over there, bub.
He expects to be hand-fed.
He says, not tonight. That's okay, I don't want to take the time to do that. Just a few more.
Oh, look, they're coming.
Well, there we go. Yeah, get in your run, get in your run. You stay over there, Gray Man. Go. They're not gonna come get you. They're eating wormies. I'll throw them in the run for you. There we go. I feel like a Ninja Turtle with my golf shafts trying to get them in there. Donatello's my favorite, in case anybody cares. Here you go, birds. Look at them littles up there on that roosting setup. The ones on that right side, they will be moved out by the Crazy 8. That's the original roosting bar, and these guys navigate straight to that every time.
Look, they went straight to the feeder.
Yep. There's worms when you guys are done. Whoops. The Savvy 17.
Ooh, that's a good name.
That's what they'll be for now.
Savvy 17.
They hesitate a little bit to go down and try to get the worms because the mediums are quite a bit bigger than them still, but they are growing rapidly every day. And I do still have the starter feed and the regular feed, and they all eat from all of them, and they'll be fine. Gray Man, she's wanting to spoil you, bub. Get in there. They don't normally like to have you behind him like this. He trusts us a lot.
You're so funny, man. Here you go.
But one of the things I learned from the book about guineas is they are monogamous. Now, I do have to say the book kind of contradicted itself a little bit later when it was talking about one male bird amongst about 6 hens will fertilize all of them. So I think monogamy in bird world means something a little different than it does in human world. But it would make sense why we have no gray guineas. We've hatched, what did we do, 18 and 8?
Yeah.
So 26. We hatched 26 guineas from those 5 adults and a couple that were here before them, but they weren't gray. They looked just like Bob and the lavenders. And so it kind of makes sense. Plus if you guys have been with us a while, you know they split off into 3 and 2. And it was a Bob and Loretta, and then a Bob and Loretta.
And the third wheel.
And the third wheel gray. So they are monogamous as far as their relationship, who they claim to be their bird girlfriend or whatever. But
so we think.
So yeah, but we're going to find out with as many as we have, because there's going to be a whole lot more relationships and things. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. All right, let's get the Bruno man. Yes, that good boy.
Hi, Brunosaurus.
Welcome to the feeding party, Bruno
Hi,
man.
Daddy.
Buddy, you have made a mess of our little yard here. All these sticks, stumps, logs, that looks like lumber. One of Herc's toys that Nala donated to him that he brought out. Yeah, like this is where everything comes to hang out.
I try to clean it up, but he drags everything back out.
Yeah, I do the same. Look, what is this? This is a red pepper. I'm assuming that was from the compost pile.
Oh, I'm sure it was. Silly boy.
He's a good boy. His training is going very well. I could tell you guys story after story after story. I won't, because of all the time I spend with him, but look at this right here. Ain't no other animal, human, anybody on the planet. That is not how Herc responds to somebody that he's not growing fonder of.
He stuck his head under that gate.
Oh, they kiss nose to nose. We'll see it here in just a minute because we're gonna go down and feed. And that's his little dirt throne right there. That is made up of goat poop, Herc poop, hay, straw. He digs in that.
What'd you find?
Did you find a snack, buddy? No, nothing. You saw nothing. What is it? What's the lucky winner?
Is it a walnut?
Oh, they do love walnuts. Herc will do that too. And I've never gotten onto him for it before, but he doesn't know if he's supposed to have it or not.
You can have it, Bruno. It's okay.
Look how cute I am. Of course I can have it. You're not coming out. The Brunosaurus Rex is out right now. In fact, he's running down behind me to his throne. Hi, goaty goats. Oh, Herc, did you bring us your squirrel toy? Hi, buddy boy. That was one of Princess Nala's too, wasn't it? You're so handsome. Are we all ready to eat? Weege man. Hi, big guy.
Hi.
Hi, buddy boy.
Hi, buddy. Hi. I know. Hi. Oh, yeah.
Boy. Good mohawk on Mr. Weege.
Oh, do you feel like you need to stand
I
on
don't
me?
know if video shows it. Hey, go stand by your brother Ouija. Yeah, over there. Go show him how big.
Come here, Herc.
Oh. Go show him how big the Ouija man is. Your favorite play buddy. 92-pound dog. 654-pound goat. Is that how heavy you are, big buddy? Forgot to laugh. It was so funny.
What are you doing? You're not supposed to be up here.
Oh, he's not?
You're supposed to be down.
Oh.
Hi, big guy. I know.
These two are trained so differently. And what they come by naturally on their own without my training, so different. I don't know if you can see or how well it shows up. I have about 74 million of these all over my body. Scars. It's not me being attacked by Bruno, most of them. He's just a different dog, and I'm training him differently. He's a free ranger out here. He doesn't have the job like Mr. Herc does, but yeah, if you forget to put the e-collar on him, or you put too much trust in him and you don't have the e-collar on him, you got your work cut out if he decides to rebel. Not this guy. He's a big old teddy bear. Just for me and Mama, though, right, Bubba? He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Ooh.
Herc, I can't believe you're letting him stick his nose that far in the fence.
They're making friends.
You're becoming friends, aren't you?
I'm not rushing a single thing. I am letting it all happen naturally. One of these days, I do believe we're gonna get along without a fence between us, because Hercules will not even let a human, a turkey, a guinea. He does let his guineas now, but when they first started coming down here, look at him, look at him.
You are too cute, man.
He don't let anybody stand that close to the panel. You can ask my in-laws, you can ask my folks, my brothers, our friends.
Yeah, nobody
Special.
gets to.
Special. And he does witness me with him a lot. And of course, once I'm done feeding, I go out, love on Bruno, tell him he did a good job. So, I mean, they see both sides of it. But he also watches me love on this guy when he rolls on his back and offers up his belly. And he's starting to let me do the same thing, he being Bruno, at 8 months old, instead of getting bitey with me. He was a very bitey dog, but he thinks it's fun. I do not. He's not bitey with you though, is he?
Nope.
That's important. Hi, Bub.
I just love this guy.
Oh, he'll let you do that. We could make a whole video that's 3 hours long of us just sitting here loving on him, and he'd be there for the whole thing.
Would you be there for the whole thing, huh?
Yeah,
I think you would.
I would.
Yeah.
What about your slobbers? Your slobber's gonna be there too. Come on, girl. These two are they're a little couple, but don't tell anybody because they don't want anybody to know, but I see them do some pretty cute things together. I don't mean that in a weird way, don't make it weird. Hey, I'm gonna give you real goat food. You don't have to eat my shirt. And hay, and everything. And then, there's Rotten Spruce Lee. What of it? Get out of my face, go get the food. Go on, go get it. Go on, Mom, get the food, food. Look at that goatee, man, that is beautiful. Look at this thing. Yeah, he's a good boy. Hey, let's not hit me with your horns, okay? I don't communicate that way, you don't get to. Yes, you'll learn that. Don't just do this with any goats. You better know your goats before you get down here like this. I'm not gonna say that I've never been hit or headbutted, but it's typically because that's how they communicate. But you gotta be ready for it. Jealous animals.
Look,
Time for
Blue and the babies all went to their spot.
I do have to say, not only are we showing you how much we love on our goats and how much they enjoy it and everything, Mr. Bruno man is back there on his throne, like I mentioned, and he watches all of this. And it has been really good for him to see us giving these animals that kind of attention, because he thought he was this only dog child. Now he's learning he's got 30 birds and 11 goats and King Hercules. And so it's all part of his training. And we enjoy loving on our goats, and they do too. These two right here are really messing with the pecking order. Koopa and Little Mario are trying to establish some dominance, and Larry doesn't want to give it up. Larry's older than the both of them. But he doesn't have Mario genes in him, but he's got blue genes. Get it?
That's funny.
Both Little Mario and Koopa have even been kind of trying to stand up to Spruce a little bit, but I don't know if you can tell from the camera angle you got there. There's a midsection on that Spruce guy mixed with an attitude that those boys might need to thicken up just a little more. Boy, those are Mario moves all day long. Do you see who's trying to sneak in with the Blues Crew? He is technically a part of the Blues Crew, but he's 1.0. Only 2.0 goes in there. This is our special hair bear. Hi, Daisy girl.
What you doing, Harry?
Hi, Daisy girl.
You gotta come out. You don't eat in there.
Sing it, Spruce. Yeah. Did you hear how close the others are starting to sound to him? Whoa! Mama and boys. Babe, watch Mama. She closed it almost all the way for me this morning. Come on, Mama, close that gate. Close that gate.
She's like, I'm trying.
Weege and Spruce.
Spruce, you kind of scream like a girl.
I was thinking the same thing. Don't hit me now. Rah. Weege man. Larry, stay out. Spruce man. Come on, Larry and Harry, let's go. You know we got yours too. Nobody gets left out. Come on. That's a boy, you want your food? Come on, Bubba. Yeah, that's the same dog that I cuddle with and love on and let lick me. And I know the stuff he gets into, I don't care.
He says, but I'm so cute.
Showing off them skills.
Spruce, did you already leave your food to come eat theirs? Come on, man. You're such an angry elf.
So they don't necessarily do it as much in the evening feeding as they do the morning time, but when I've got Herc in here with his dry food and we give a can, I close the gate because I got Special Harry and Daisy and Blue that like to go in and eat his dry dog food. So I leave him in here, go ahead and do the hay for everybody else, and he just hangs out for a little while. In the mornings, now it's a new part of the routine. He will go over to the corner and invite Bruno up to the panel, and they will nose to nose, and both of them do that little whimper.
Really?
And their tails are just wagging, and it is adorable.
Aww.
I don't know as close to dusk as we are. Herc his attitude, his mindset starts to change this time of day. So I don't know if he'll be, yeah, he's been napping, sleeping during the day, getting ready for tonight. So I don't know, we'll see if it happens, but I'll capture that one morning for you guys and try to get the whole thing, because they do it on their own. I'm over there with the goats doing my thing, and they set up the meeting, and it's stinking cute. Melts my heart. Oh. No, it doesn't mean they're ready to be together. I promise. Bruno's got plenty more to learn before that's happening, but that is growth, it's progress. Let the fun part begin.
You gonna push everybody out of here? What about Gracie Daisy? She's your friend. Can
he
she
does
eat next to you?
take a liking to Gracie Daisy. She doesn't bother him. Hey, that's my leg there, lady. Hey, watch Herc. He just went over to the corner and Bruno laid down on his throne to show that he's submissive to him. There he goes. This is why they can't meet yet. If Bruno did that in person with Hercules.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
He's got to learn to settle down when Herc wants him to. That's why they can't be together yet, because he's very, very persistent. Even with me, but. Oh. Herc says, I'll get out and train him.
Yeah.
Sticking his nose under the gate right now. His nose is accessible to Hercules. Both their tails are just going.
Oh, Herc's gonna dig.
Yep. Oh, and he's gonna show him his speed. Playing with him. We tried getting Nala to do this with him. She was already a little too old by the time he could play like that.
Golly, they are so cute. I could watch them for hours.
I do. I watch them do that every morning. I study them because I pour a lot of time into Bruno's training. He is a special, high energy, high reactive, high productivity, wants to work, he wants to protect. Oh!
Did you just get sneezed on the leg?
I got soaked on the back of my calf. Who was that? That's little Mario, he's forgiven. I would have forgiven any of them. That's wet though, I think it's running.
That's disgusting.
Tell me about it. So speaking of the intense training required for a pit bull Catahoula mixed dog, I would assume it's probably exactly the same with a Catahoula or a pit bull in their own regard. But I'm gonna finish getting this hay in here, and then we gotta tattle on a failure point of Bruno's. But remember, I have to preface with this. He has 9 almost 0.3 million positive stories I could tell you. But I like to share the parts that are challenges for us, for me, learning experiences. So if any of you have a crazy idea to do stuff like this and get animals of this type, be prepared.
There's a lot to it.
A lot. A lot of patience too.
You require the most patience, don't you?
Yeah. Mom, Dad always tells me not to talk with my mouth full. Yeah, but you do anyway. I don't know what you're talking about. It's so sweet. Yum, yum, yum. All right, I think this one is full to the brim. Let's go to the littles. Oh, look at Crazy Daisy's just been under it the whole time. She's got her entire back.
Uh-oh.
They don't care. Get it off your head there, honey. There you go. There we go. I'll throw it in my shoe instead. How about that? I don't know. Maybe not everybody sees it the same way that I do because I spend so much time with them and evaluating, but this is huge progress. Hercules never lets anything come to the panel like that, especially while he's eating. But like everything else, taking it one day at a time, I see them progress more and more each time, which tells me I don't need to force anything. I don't need to let Herc and the goats out while Bruno's out and expect that to go well. Hey everybody, I'll get you your own hay, man. I know you gotta be patient. Oh, it's deer. There's like 6 deer. The birds didn't see them. They were down in our ravine. They spooked them and then all the birds went off and the deer took off running. There's your guard birds. They let you know when there's stuff on your land. And
They all started going off whenever they saw me pulling in the driveway
I heard
on my way
it.
home.
I know, they told me you were here. I got a camera notification as well, but the birds are just about as quick. Those are the 5 adults. Those are the ones that when they make noise, you look. Those are the ones when they make noise, you cringe. You're like, shh, because they do it at everything all day. They will learn, they'll get there. Is Bruno bringing out the puppy in you? Yeah, I know it. He might want me to throw it. That's good boy. You and Herc are gonna be friends before you know it. Or you're already
He's
friends.
like, we're already friends.
But you're gonna progress that. How about that? So the Crazy 8 have got their food in them. As the sun continues to set a little further, they will all begin getting up on their roosting bars. Bruno, leave it. Bruno loves to come over here and go around and around. And it was a part of a thing that he would do, and he would harass the birds a little bit. But with my e-collar training, we've been working on that, and I think he knows his job is to protect. But training, like I mentioned, it is a constant thing, and you have to be so consistent. And thank the Lord, the other day, we got our rain that we have needed so badly, a lot of it. And it was coming down. So that day when I had Bruno out, I didn't want to stand out in the rain all that much. I got him out, we ran around a bit, we tried to be between showers and whatnot. And long story short, at one point, we were up in the office, he and I, and he had eaten, he was getting playful, and I said, hey, if you want to go play in the rain, go on. Now I've done that. I've let him out and I said, hey, come back when you're done, in the proper training terms that I do. And I did not have his e-collar on him. I had already taken it off because we were about to wrap up, but he just got this last bit of energy. And if your dog is e-collar trained, he or she, if they're intelligent, they know when it's on him and when it's not. And so I'm spying through the window, making sure he's being good. He was being real good, just checking things out, wandering around a little bit. And then randomly I heard the birds go off. It was the Crazy 8 and they were over here somewhere. And I ran to the window and I looked and Bruno wasn't harassing him. Everything was fine. So I kept watching, did not hear any more birds go off. And a little bit later, I look out the window. Bruno was trotting right over there with a guinea in his mouth. And at first I panicked and I thought it was maybe a guinea. And then I was like, well, he's got who we call Bunny. It's one of his toys that looks just like a guinea like that. So I had a sense of relief for a split second, but then I kept watching and I realized it was a guinea. It was not one of the adults. It was not one of the crazy 8. It was one of the 18. I have no idea. I came out, he got in trouble. I had to get a freedom stick, you know, the one that makes that sound, and finish the bird off. He does it with toads, with frogs. He doesn't kill immediately. And I hate to say this because at first I took it as a failure in my training. I took it as a failure in my dog. Well, it's not a failure. It was just a mistake. He didn't eat it. He didn't taste it. He just plays with it his way. Guineas are not built to play the Pitahula way. And that poor bird was pretty much gone. Wasn't getting back up, wasn't healing, a little bit of beak movement. So I decided to go ahead and put it out of its misery. And you know, it is what it is, guys. It's nature. But that's why the training of your dog, Kyle, is so important, and the consistency. So I gotta admit, that's also why we only have 8, the crazy 8. That was 9. And again, that was a mistake where I didn't have the e-collar on him. But I have to report he's doing better because I'm doing better. You know, anytime a mistake like that happens, I become more diligent and I don't give him the freedom that I thought I could give him. And that was my mistake. He's only 8 months old and he is incredibly intelligent. And he also wants what he wants. So he does great with the 5 adults. They have a relationship now and he doesn't really even mess with them at all. He herds the crazy 8 now, but he walks slowly with them as they move as a unit. So with these guys who are a little bit smaller, he's just got to learn they're all the same kind of bird. And they are all important to Shannon and I and not a snack for you. So yes, mistakes were made, but I wanted to share that because that's our lives out here. We're learning this country, homesteading life and caring for guineas and raising a Pitahula and all that stuff. So please forgive Bruno. He did apologize to me very heavily, probably because I yelled at him in a way that he doesn't get yelled at very often. He knew what he did. And we had about a 4-hour period where I couldn't hardly speak to him. I was so upset. I don't want to have to take one of my own birds out because he's basically made it lifeless. I feel better now.
I'm sorry.
All right, guys. Well, the temperature, like fall is here. It is autumn time. It is beautiful. We're loving it. We're trying to soak it all in. And these cooler temperatures, I will not complain about them.
Me either.
Until they get cold. But that's different than cool. Always
I'm
something
sure
to
you
complain.
will always find something to complain about.
That is correct. Guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you for coming along on this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
He's a good boy, Bruno, man.